Welcome back, everyone. It's Abdallah with another exciting Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. Before we get started, do me a favor, hit that like button and support the series. It truly helps out. Alright, so this is a battle that I took from the stream against Ronald. He's one of the long-time Abdallah Nation subscribers. Anyway, he's got Chestnut, Scizor, Goodra, Zebstrika, Banette, and Arcanine. Wow. Now, as you guys can see from my team preview, I got two new guys on my team. I custom IV bred and EV trained Galvantula and Dragonite. So those guys are going to be awesome for us. The only poke that I haven't seen online as of yet is this Goodra, so I'm wondering what it's going to do against us. Alright, here we go. Leading off with Galvantula. Now, I specifically made this poke to be a lead Galvantula, so it's going to have the Focus Sash along with Sticky Web. Now, first turn, Sticky Webbing it up. Now, what Sticky Web does, it's entry hazards, just like Spikes, Toxic Spikes, and Stealth Rock. Now, what that does is whenever a Pokemon switches in, their speed gets lowered one stage, which is amazing. So, knowing that I can take any one hit, I stay in, get drop down all the way to my Focus Sash, and then we just move on forward from here. Now with that, I've also got the move Volt Switch, which allows me to get the heck out of there and save my Galvantula for Death Fodder, or maybe for cleanup a little bit later on the match. Alright, so I bring out my Tyrantrum so that I can revenge kill this thing with an easy Head Smash or an Earthquake. I mean, Tyrantrum as a Scarf revenge killer is so awesome. He does so well for us on this team. Alright, so right off the bat, bam, Earthquake. Arcanine is down for the count. Yeah, Arcanine still just doesn't have what it takes. Alright, so now he brings out his Goodra, which is a pure Dragon type. Now this thing is pretty awesome. It's very specially defensive. I want to say almost as good as like Blissey standards. So I'm not going to stay in for a Dragon Pulse to the face, so I'm going to bust out my Sylveon to see what's up. Luckily enough, I did switch out because Ice Beam would have hurt big time. Now my Sylveon is the Calm Mindset, so I can literally set up in Goodra's face all I want and not be able to take anything from it with my Calm Mind and recovers in my leftover recovery. Anyway, he brings out Chestnut while I go for the Calm Mind because I know that that's my plan, that's what I'm going to do. Had I gone for the Moonblast, this Chestnut would have died right there. It would have switched into a Moonblast and died, which was kind of a bad switch-in. I mean, no offense, but yeah, switching in a Chestnut into a Sylveon when you know Moonblast could be coming towards your Dragon type, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to one-shot this clown right in the face. Done. He's out of here. Alright, Sylveon's awesome. Seriously, like, one of my favorite Generation 6 Pokemon. So good. Such good special defense, very good special attack. It's really awesome. Alright, so now that Scizor's in here, I don't think that I'm going to stay in and take a Bullet Punch. So I'm going to switch right out and save my Sylveon because I need Sylveon for Goodra later on once we're 1 versus 1. But luckily I've got Eviolate Doublade, which is going to he's going to take any kind of hits that are physical from any poke because this thing's defense is through the roof. Alright, so the only thing that I have good to hit Scizor with is Sacred Sword, which is one of the 3 main moves that Doublade and Aegislash use. So right off the bat, he uses Flame Charge, which is a physical move that boosts his speed stat up 1 stage, which kind of makes up for the Sticky Web. But I decided to use Iron Head to see how much damage it would do. It does around the same thing, pretty much because it's Stab and Sacred Sword is not Stab. So it's pretty much the exact same damage output. Now he goes for the Wild Charge, and I get paralyzed off of it, which is not that bad of a deal. I mean, I got a high roll on the Sacred Sword to knock him out. So anything that comes in right now, naturally, I can just use Shadow Sneak, which is priority, and do some last bit of damage before I get knocked out. So he brings in his Banette, which is a Ghost type, and luckily enough, bam, get that Shadow Sneak off, leave it with 50% health, and die to a Shadow Ball. So Eviolite Doublade kind of did his job, I would say. So he sponged a Bullet Punch against a Scizor. Alright, so now we're busting out Galvantula. There's no entry hazards on the field, so I'm clear to come back in with 1 HP. Now he's got the Thunder, along with Compound Eyes, which is his ability that boosts his accuracy a bit. So Thunder isn't that shaky when it comes to hitting or missing. It's pretty consistent. Alright, so now this Goodra's back, and this thing has got really good special defense, so I gotta get out of here. I'm not gonna do anything against him, especially since my stab is resisted, because he's a dragon type and I'm electric, and that's not really gonna work out for me. So my only check to Goodra is this Sylveon here. Now, I'm hoping and praying not to get frozen, because that sometimes happens, and lo and behold, I get frozen. What the heck? 10% chance? Oh god. Yeah, I'm not really sure what other moves this Goodra has, considering it's only been using Ice Beam. So I'm going to switch out back to Galvantula to scout out what it has. But luckily enough, he switches out as well to his Scizor. Now, I know Scizor is going to come in and do a Bullet Punch. So pretty much I don't have anything that wants to take a Bullet Punch, so I'm just going to sack Galvantula right now. Because he pretty much did his job. He came in, he knocked a couple pokes out, he got the sticky web going on our side. So we're pretty good. And that gives me a clean switch to Delphox so that I could threaten him out with a Mystical Fire. So I'm going to do exactly that. And if it lands on Goodra, then maybe I'll get the special attack drop. Not too bad. So we're going to bust out the Mystical Fire, which is Delphox's signature move. And it does a measly, like, 1/5, like 20%, which is terrible. So we're going to switch right back out into Tyrantrum right over here. Because I feel that I can just one-shot this guy with a Dragon Claw. So he uses Muddy Water for some reason. I don't know why that move in particular would be on a Goodra. But luckily enough, I do get the one-shot on the Dragon Claw, knock him out. That's a big threat out of the way. All we have left is Scizor over here. So I've got the Scarf, but I'm locked into Dragon Claw. That's not going to be good. So I'm going to actually think about switching in Sylveon just to sack it right off the bat. Sacrifice Sylveon so that I get a clean switch on Delphox or anyone else. But he goes for Sword Stance. Oh my gosh. Literally, since I'm frozen, he could go to +6 Sword Stance and destroy my entire team with Bullet Punch. But he doesn't. He decides to go right off the bat and knocks out my Sylveon. So lucky for me, he does that and doesn't set up +6. Because if you think about it, I don't think Delphox could take a +6 Bullet Punch from a Scizor. I don't know, someone run some calcs on that, but I'm not invested in HP or defense at all. So had he done that, he could have knocked out my Tyrantrum and Delphox. But that's okay. That's how the game goes. So Ron, excellent battle. I definitely liked your team. I loved your Goodra and your Zebstrika. Those guys were really awesome. So that's the end of another exciting Wi-Fi battle, guys. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch it with me. Be sure to comment about what you enjoyed most about the battle in the comment section below. If you didn't already, hit that like button to support the series. While you're clicking away, click that subscribe button to subscribe to everything related to Pokemon Y. If you guys are interested in battling with me, stop by the weekend live streams, Saturdays and Sundays at 4 p.m. Central, where I trade and battle with subscribers from the comment section. We have a great time doing so. So, until then, I'll talk to you guys on the next episode.